Hi, welcome to Julius Bar. Today we're gonna mix a couple of drinks using Wild Turkey 101. So it's almost Thanksgiving, and despite the fact I have nothing really that connects me to US, except the fact that my media diet consists pretty much of 95% of American products. Today we're gonna mix something using Wild Turkey, the most American of the American whiskey. First of all, yes, turkey is its name, which, as we know, is the food of choice for Thanksgiving. Second of all is 101, which makes it just strong enough to be enjoyed in cocktail, neat, and everywhere else. It's reasonably priced, is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, and everybody loves it. If you had to have only one spirit in your bar, maybe this is it, because you can do so many things with it. And actually, I have here a flask because actually my spirit of choice when I go on travel. If I go on a trip for just a couple of days, I just fill up this little flask, and so we don't have to use the hotel bar, which is freaking expensive. And one of the things you can have, of course, is a whiskey and soda. You can have a whiskey on the rocks. But my favorite is a whiskey and iced tea. So I'm just gonna brew some double strength black tea. This is some Assam. I'm gonna get 2 spoons of tea, and I'm gonna pour 120 milliliters of hot water for 3 minutes. So we go with a simple 2-to-1 ratio of tea to bourbon. So we pour 120 milliliters of black unsweetened tea in our Collins glass or any glass with ice. Then we add 60 milliliters of Wild Turkey 101. Oh my god, this thing smells delicious. And I hope you've been better than me in pouring the whiskey, because I spilled some, which is no good. Spilling whiskey is bad. Bad, Giulio. Bad. Slight gentle stir. And there you go, the perfect hotel cocktail. So if you're on traveling for Thanksgiving and you're staying in a hotel somewhere, this is just the right thing to do. Bourbon and tea. Cheers. Classic. Perfection. Nothing to add to it. Of course, you can add the sugar or lemon as you like. I like it like this because if I'm in a hotel, I like to drink a bit more. And if I drink a bit more, the lower the sugar, the better. Also, great cocktail to sneak anywhere because it just looks like you're drinking tea. So if you're on a Zoom call, just drink this. Maybe a tea. They cannot smell it. Anyway, let's get to something just slightly more fancy. We're gonna make a raspberry turkey sour. So just get a handful of raspberries. Here I have 7. They are from Costco, an American chain, and that's the only place I ever found raspberry here in Japan. So thank you, Costco, and thank you, Mexico, who produced this awesome stuff. So let's say 7 raspberries. So I'm just going to add a spoonful of powdered sugar to our raspberries. This is another really interesting and efficient way to add sugar to your cocktail. But you can add simple syrup, you can add agave syrup, just do any sugar you like. As I have a video about sugars, you can check it. So let's muddle this raspberry with the powdered sugar. Smell freaking delicious. It tastes amazing too. Now that we muddle our raspberries with the powdered sugar, let's add the juice of half a lime, also from Mexico. Then let's add, let's say, 50 milliliters of Wild Turkey 101, which will be slightly more than 50 milliliters. To convert it into American units, it will be like slightly more than 7/4 of an ounce. Is that correct? I hope so. Or maybe not, I don't know. It's really complicated. If you use something like with a slightly less alcoholic content, I will go for 60 milliliters. But because this one is 101, by the way, 101 means refers to the proof. So you divide the proof by 2 and you get the ABV percentage of alcoholic content, which is 50.5%. So it's a bit stronger than, let's say, a standard bourbon at 40%. And that's why I slightly decrease the volume of whiskey in this cocktail. Now that we have all our ingredients, let's get some ice, both in our big tough tumbler and in our shaker. Let's give it a good shake. And let's double strain this over ice. You can serve it straight up, but today I feel more like serving it on ice. Yeah, your major problem is gonna be the raspberry mulch that's gonna obstruct your cocktail from coming out. Should we decorate this? Yeah. Let's top it off with 3 more raspberries. Let's do something pretty. There you go. Raspberry sour with Wild Turkey 101. Cheers. This is just delicious. I mean, raspberry good, sugar good, lime good, Wild Turkey 101 good.
What's not to like? Custard, good. Jam, good. Meat, good.
This is just really nice, refreshing. The acidity sharpness of the raspberry marries perfectly with the vanilla flavor and alcohol content of this Wild Turkey. Wild Turkey also bringing the spiciness, and raspberry also bringing that amazing raspberry flavor that we all know and love. It's a great drink. Only problem, goes down too easy. So I hope you enjoyed this brief video where we only scratched the surface of what we can do with Wild Turkey 101. It will come out a lot more, I'm pretty sure, in my future videos. Have a happy Thanksgiving if you're in the US. If you're in Japan, have a happy Labor Thanksgiving, which is kind of like Labor Day, just in Japan it's in November, instead of being on May 1st. Like, subscribe, type, comments, please. By the end, do whatever you want, shake yourself a drink, and I will see you next time. Cheers. delicious. Of course, it's not that I know nothing about American Thanksgiving. For example, I know that the best Thanksgiving movie is Plane, Trains and Automobiles, which I never got a chance to see in Italy, but I was really curious to watch it as everybody said it was a great movie. And I started watching it and my wife just kinda watches it, play with her cell phone, not really paying attention. And by the middle of the movie she's like, oh my god, I cannot take this movie, it's so annoying, the guy, the John Candy character, how can you take him, it's like so annoying, blah blah blah. And of course by the end of the movie she was crying like crazy. That's a good movie.